Okay.
All right, and everyone's okay being recorded and streamed live and all that.
I consent.
All right.
Hello, chat.
Hello. Hello, and welcome to the library, where you can discover your next adventure. Today, we're running a special game of a Shackleton Fleet operation, where there are different characters from across all of our shared games come together and work on a specialized product. If we can have everyone introduce themselves and their characters. Admiral Haggard, who are you playing today?
I'm Inslee G, and I'm playing Admiral Ulysses Haggard, a character that I've been playing for almost 4 years now. Started out as a captain. He was the captain of the first actual Excelsior class to go into regular service, and he has kept to that ship. Now he's an admiral, and Starfleet sends him out to take care of various problems that need an admiral in an Excelsior class. Glad to be here.
And Sorrel, if you can introduce yourself and the character.
Yes, my name is Donald Gooch. I am playing Lieutenant Commander Sorrel. He is a Vulcan science officer assigned to the USS Gungnir, where he also serves as the executive officer of the ship. I've been playing him for, I guess, close to 2 or 3 years. Been a while.
Two years.
Yeah, I guess we're into season 2. He's a fun character that I enjoy.
And Dr. Farrow?
No, I have stage fright. I'm
You just
K9 the tallest. No, go on.
Yeah, just introduce like who you're playing.
I'm K9 the tallest, and I play Dr. Lucy Farrow, ZMO of the US Avalon and resident Chaos Gremlin.
All right. And Captain Peter Quinn, you have a character here for us?
Hi, I'm Peter Quinn. I play the captain on the USS Patagonia, and I am also a helmsman over in Eurotrek Adventures with the USS Lexington.
Oh, nice.
So, I'll be using my character. I would probably stick with Lieutenant Commander for this one.
Yep.
My commander's high enough.
All right. And with that, let's get started. All right. So we open up with all of our ships in orbit of the Jhatee homeworld. Those who were within the Shackleton and met up with the Norway class, the USS Falkland, and those who were coming in from other places came in on the USS Argo, who picked up the Federation to Jhatee ambassador Leonard Malcolm. He was just appointed to this place, so Haggard, you picked him up and brought him to the embassy that has recently been approved on this planet.
Did he have any additional insight on what's going on? Have we received the briefing on the nature of the crisis?
You have received a briefing. I can read that now.
Cool.
And show to players. The Jhatee Confederation is a interplanetary nation-state native to the Shackleton. They were a short reptilian race who have psionic abilities to share sensory information with others of their kind. However, they are not a united nation on the planet and have several nation-states joined loosely together under the Confederacy flag. One of these states is the Law Synthesis, a group of people who have used technology to advance their psionics to near telepathic abilities. But they are shunned and discriminated against. However, through diplomatic channels, Starfleet has been asked to provide aid to the members of the Law Synthesis. Your job is to go in, establish a relief camp, and distribute aid to the people as needed. This could be engineering and building modern infrastructure and medical aid. This will also be a great opportunity to study the law up close and learn more about their culture and the technology behind their implants. Diplomatic officers could also reach out to the Law Synthesis and the other nations to help soothe all wounds and perhaps create a more permanent relationship. However, we only have a limited time of 3 days to secure aid before, or legally, we have to pull out. So we've been granted permission to help out for 3 days. Any aid after that will have to be negotiated for.
So we're not responding to like any specific disaster. We're just responding to the conditions that we're responding to are a result of how they've been kind of shunned and shoved over to the side.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more of a long-term degradation of their living conditions. Your directives for this mission is, of course, the Prime Directive. That always applies. Directive 2, provide disaster relief to the Law Synthesis. Directive 3, secure long-term aid efforts and diplomatic relations with the Jhatee. And Directive 4, learn about the Law Synthesis and the Jhatee as a whole. And you've pulled up into orbit. There's a couple of native home guard fleets in the region. They do have a starbase in orbit, but it's about the same size as Narendra. It's not as grand as Earth Space Dock. Their technology level is about 50 years behind the Federation. They can get up to warp 6 comfortably. They're looking up at warp 9. They have like a couple experimental ships that can go warp 9, but not much more than that. But otherwise, they have other common enemies of interstellar communication, transporters, and replicators.
Okie doke. Okay, so Haggard will order the comms officer to reach out to the Falkland to coordinate with them and the ambassador as to where we need to, what our operational area is on the planet.
All right. You reach out, and Captain Koksa of the Falkland, Beta Z. Not Beta Z. Benzite. Like BZ. I was getting there. I was so close. Yeah. You've been and directed to the operational area. Over here in this quadrant of the capital city. There's kind of an abandoned, rusted over industrial site here, and the law synthesis has been jammed into this strip of not very nice kind of rundown on situation. Just a step above Shantytown.
Okay. So we know we're going to need medical facilities, probably from the description, some fairly basic infrastructure. I mean, up to and including just like, plumbing kind of thing. So medical teams, engineering teams, we want some diplomatic teams because we want to learn more about these people. Science teams definitely to figure out some of their technology, but as far as what we're going to need to really start working to put down on the ground physically, I think we concentrate on medical and civil infrastructure stuff first.
Okay.
Are we dealing? What are we having to go through? Some sort of government liaison representative from the Jhatee for doing anything, or do we pretty much in this little area have free reign?
In this area, you have free reign. You do have a law synthesis leader who was pointing out to you, and you also have the local government and officials.
Okay.
But they're just kind of there to oversee and make sure that you don't overstep at bounds or do anything too egregious.
Okay.
But as far as legality, the government says, yeah, you can set up a camp here for 3 days and help out.
So, Dr. Farrow, if you will oversee the medical teams and setting up what you need there, and also determining what you need there as soon as you can. Captain Quinn, are you playing Captain Quinn, or are you playing someone else?
I'll play Lieutenant Commander Quinn.
Lieutenant Commander Quinn. Okay. Command type, or what's his specialty?
Helm.
Helm. Okay. Cool. Although we'll probably do a bunch with transporters if we need any shuttle flights, transport flights, you definitely oversee that. Commander Sorrel, you'll be on the ground. Sorrel, rather, on the ground, helping out with science and engineering. Haggard has some engineering skills, although he's not that's what he came out of, but he can pinch hit if necessary.
I'm not an engineer, sir, so
I am.
Okay.
I like to fly ships.
Okay.
Yeah, there
Sherelle,
will be
did you
some
say that
supply.
you were an engineer?
I'm primarily science and command, but I do have engineering skills.
Perfect. Okay.
Lucy makes a few. I have a passing familiarity with engines. I would
Okay.
not recommend placing me in charge, but I could probably be semi-useful in a severe emergency.
Okay. You take medical, and then Sorrel can oversee the engineering teams and figuring out what kind of. We're talking just basic community infrastructure they'll need.
All right. Haggard, if you can give me a presence command difficulty 3, assisted by the communications command of the Argo. We'll get this started.
What am I trying to do so I can tell you if I can suggest a focus?
This is organizing the teams, handing out assignments.
Right.
Okay. How about I don't think I really have a focus that fits there. I'll pitch you persuasion or inspiration.
I'll take inspiration, inspiring the people to step up to this grand project.
Okay. And take a threat for bold command and the third die.
Which I need to bring the threat on the table.
I'll re-roll that with. Author, in your games, do you control the momentum or does a player?
I generally do, but you can control it if you like.
Doesn't matter to me. I was just asking. So
yeah,
looks like I gained 2 on that.
All right. And then the Argo as well, because assuming you're doing this from the from the command of the ship.
Comms command. No help, no harm.
No help, no harm. All right. As you organize your teams, get everyone unsituated, and yep, from there, shuttles will start coming out of the Falkland. People start beaming down onto the surface, and things get started. You were gonna say, Haggard?
And I'll assist the ambassador with whatever kind of diplomatic liaising he might need me to do.
As of now he's just settling in, but if there's something specific you want to work on, he'll definitely help with that.
Okay, in that case, I'll head down to the planet too to talk to the liaison officer and members of the LOL synthesis and see what I can learn.
All right. Who else is beaming down in the first wave? Presumably everyone?
May I beam Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Unless there's some other reason I should stay up.
Nope, totally makes sense for you to be down.
Sorry, I thought so, but, I don't want to... I'll shut up.
You're fine. Quinn?
Nope, I'm going to be... Go ahead.
I'm staying in orbit on the Patagonia.
Okay.
Sorrel will be going down since he's going to be managing engineering.
If needs be.
Okay. This one and this one. All right. You beam down onto the planet, and it is a fairly modern city. You can see over the bay. There's some high rises, especially down here in Beachside, and then Hightown is set up on a hill, but just before you is small, cramped, kind of rickety looking buildings that have been crammed into this small strip here. On one side is a starport that is loud and noisy, and then this used to be an industrial zone. Looks to be there was doing some mining here, but has long since been abandoned. And meeting you is Shatalin. Greetings. Thank you for coming into our aid, strange aliens.
When the ambassador doesn't step forward, I'll go.
Yeah.
I'm Admiral Ulysses Haggard, United Federation of Planets. This is Commander Sorrell, Dr. Lucy Farrow. They'll be overseeing infrastructure and medical work. And I'll introduce. This is Ambassador Leonard Malcolm, United Federation of Planets. Can you give us any information on what your most immediate and urgent needs are?
Yes. I suppose as we get to the point. Obviously, we're kind of running on a low power situation. Sanitation and food supplies have also been an issue, and we also seem to have some sort of psionic disease of sorts. We've been attempting to quarantine it, but with such limited space that we are allowed to be in, it's difficult.
Lucy looks around. Could I have more information on the disease that's plaguing you, please? She says awkwardly.
We don't know much, just that it seems to be transmitted. It's psionically, fairly short range, but no physical vector. But we've ruled out air transmission. Symptoms are double vision or blurring of vision, numbing of hands and feet, discoordination, and out of body experiences.
She nods and winces at the description.
Out of body experiences?
Yes. The loss of self, grounded to your own body, and kind of feeling in the sensation of everyone else around you. Sort of loss of self in the ocean of consciousness.
Okay, I'm sorry. Lucy suddenly realizes she's standing next to a Vulcan and it's a psionic disease, and she can just see her visibly. Oh no.
What's Shatalin's title, if any, or is it just Shatalin?
She introduced herself as Quoquillin. Sorrel, if you can give me Insight Science difficulty 3, you might recognize that.
Working on it. There we are. All right, you said Insight Science?
Mm-hmm.
Difficulty 3. Okay.
any focuses in like linguistics or culture?
I have a xenobiology. That's not culture.
Increase comp. You
Okay.
might be able to dance around it.
All right, I'll take the increased comp. We will be using a focus. Comp range to 2. I will give you 3 threat for 4. And here we go. I think I got it.
You got it. It's a very, very strange title, but you recognize some of the phonemes. It seems that you ran across this language previously in the Shackleton, or at least a variant of it.
Do I recall where I ran across this language?
Yes, you were on a asteroid fighting protomatter creatures.
Oh, those guys.
Those guys. That language you saw on the outside of the laboratory.
Let's see. And this, the Jhatee, they speak this language?
The translator's not quite picking up on it, but you can certainly ask about her title.
Okay, yeah, I will inquire as to the source and nature of her title.
It's an older title that the LOL have picked up. It seemed he thought it was as better than president or prime minister. It roughly translates to vision sharer, or one who shares a vision among the people.
Does it have an etymological root in your own language, or is it foreign to your language?
It does have a root in our language, but it's very, very old. And
so, would it be reasonable for me to be speculating that the Jhatee may have had an ancient contact with the same race that we discovered on that asteroid?
It's possible. That would be.
This is the big people, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the 2 meter tall people.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, pleasure to make your acquaintance, Vision Share. I am intending to lead the engineering teams in resolving your engineering problem. Could you tell me a little more about it?
Basically, just our infrastructure has not been able to keep up with our population. And just we don't have the materials or the means to upkeep power generation and data stations. With our race being psionic and cybernetic, we kind of require a lot more or access as to the internet than normal people.
So are we delivering resources here as well as
Yes.
helping them with design? Okay, yeah. So we'll get with the ship's quartermaster and start hammering out the details of what they will need, and then work with the teams down here to start implementing upgrading their infrastructure.
All right. Dr. Pharaoh, where would you be heading after this?
Presumably, I believe Quarry Town is the rough part.
This blue box is the rough part. Quarry Town is a lower middle class.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
You're fine. Yeah, the blue box is the blue box is the ghetto.
Then Lucy's heading towards the blue box because she's... No, wait. May I ask? She says to I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name out of character just because I physically cannot. Where the biggest outbreak of the psionic diseases?
She will point you in that direction. Yes. They have a quarantine zone to the south.
Thank you.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll see what I can do to help. She says awkwardly.
Before you go, Doctor, I do have one question that might be pertinent.
Oh, sure.
Quirquellan Shatalin, and forgive me, I'm not being familiar with your culture if I don't mean to cause any offense, but does the disease seem to only affect the Lal people or the Jhatee as a whole? Could it be connected somehow with your use of implants?
She thinks for a moment. We haven't seen any a normal Jhatee using or exhibiting these symptoms, but the law of synthesis is also particularly psionic, so we think it might be something with that. However, we also don't have a lot of interaction with the rest of the Jhatee.
Fair enough. And yeah, I'll let the experts get to work while I'll hang out with the Quirquellan and keep talking, see what I can start to learn about their society and culture.
All right, and with that, we break into teams. Dr. Farrow, you are escorted into ramshackle hospital that looks like it used to be some sort of gymnasium, and they just set up cots. But there's a couple thousand LOL people all set up on cots. Some of them are just sitting, reading, contemplating in their situation. Some of them are doing like simple hand exercises. And there's some on the upper balcony that are having out-of-body experiences and seem to be worse off.
Okay, how can I tell they're having an out-body experience?
They're lying on the bed and reacting to stimuli that you can't see.
Okay, sorry, I didn't realize.
Yeah, if you didn't know better, you would think that they were on some sort of hilarious hallucinogenic.
Lucy winces, but awkwardly she asks the escort, excuse me, what are the hand exercises for?
It seems to be a treatment for some of the early stages. We get some sensory some of the early stages we get sensory feedback, and we lose touch with ourselves.
Makes sense.
The hand exercises help ground ourselves to our body instead of floating amongst the consciousness.
You can tell she looks visibly disturbed by the idea when she thinks about it.
All right, what do you do?
Is there like a person in charge? She asks awkwardly.
There is.
May I meet them?
Dr. Finn Fenri, male law person, and again with the implants all across her head and wrapping around on their skull. Ah, you must be the alien doctor, or sent to help us.
Dr. Fenri, I think?
Correct.
Okay, I pronounce that right. I'm really
Yeah.
good at mangling things.
It's fine.
Pleasure to meet you.
So, where should we get started? Do we want to work on some of the earlier cases, or do you want to start with the high-risk cases and work backwards?
I would like to make a suggestion before all that for Dr. Farrow.
Oh, sure.
I've been keeping an open comm link to what's been going on, and it seems to me that you would you like a runabout sent down if there is one on the manifesto?
Should I do that? Or?
Up to you, Doc. Do you think it'd be helpful?
I mean, if possible, that what might be helpful. She says,
like a mobile lab.
Sounds useful enough.
I'll get a pilot and a security guard onto it, and they can fill it up with medical supplies and coordinate with your team.
All right, Quinn. Go ahead and give me a control con on difficulty. Diff 2. It's just one runabout.
I would like to. I'm not on the. I wasn't given a link for it, and I've checked twice at the start of the game.
I gave you a link earlier. I can resend it.
I've been looking at Twitch.
I think he probably sent it as a message to you on Discord.
I sent a message on Discord.
I've got that message. It's just been sent. But... okay, so where am I? Yeah, I should have appeared that I wasn't there.
Yep, we see you now.
Now I'm in. Somebody should have checked that as well. It would help, but I've got this. Well, there we'll go.
And do you know where your character sheet happens to be?
Yeah, I'm looking down the list now.
I couldn't import your established character sheet because I don't know where you are, but I have a blank sheet ready for you. So just have the numbers saved somewhere, or we can just blind roll dice, and we'll fill that in later.
Right. So what roll would I need?
It is Control Con difficulty 2. So what's your Control and Con scores, and do you have a focus and talents for that?
Yes, fancy flying, but that wouldn't come into effect because I'm coordinating something.
Yeah, we're not doing fancy flying yet.
No. I do have command, so... Oh, come on. Oh, no. Oh, what? Right. Control and Con. Oh. What? Oh, what? Right. I'll use the top line then. Okay, 2 dice.
Yep, standard 2 dice. If you want to buy extra, we have momentum and threat.
Fine.
All right, so what's your control score and what's your con score?
10 and 10. Oh, wait a minute.
Con would not be 10.
No, 10 and 4.
10 and 4.
There we go.
All right, so 14.
Sorry. Oh, and now the...
I'll just take the first roll, and it's a 14 and a 19. So that does not pass. You try to coordinate things, but if getting all the engineering stuff done, it's hard to schedule in a medical runabout out to get ready. So yeah, you're just kind of bogged down out in the minutia right now.
I could do it personally.
You could, but you are busy organizing in other things. So we'll get back to that. All right, Dr. Farrow, let's get some medicine done.
Yay.
All right. How are you approaching this? What's your first task?
I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to go with worst cases and walk my way down.
Okay. And are you doing treatment, or are you looking for a cause and a cure?
Forgive me for asking. Do I see how well treatment is going?
You would have to make a roll before then and to figure that out.
Could I please, if possible?
Yes. Really quickly, just overseeing them. Reason medicine difficulty E4 to oversee how treatment plans are doing in prognosis.
I'm really going to pay for this, but can I buy enough with threat to get to 4 dice?
Yep. 3 threat.
Is everyone okay with that? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're going to pay for this, and I'm going to roll one of those bad zeros.
I'm used to a Klingon game. We don't worry till it gets to like 50 threat.
You
Those are
can
lucky numbers.
you can succeed at cost.
I'm probably going to regret that too, but may I do that?
Yes, you may. Seems treatment kind of works at lower levels, but at higher levels, once they get to dissociation and out of body experience, and they're basically just spoon feeding the person and have him on a IV drip and just hoping for the best.
Okay, I'm going to sound really fucking. Oh, no, bad swearing, sorry. I'm going to sound
You
really
like-
dark here, but I'm going to try to focus on cure because we're only here for 3 days.
All right. And as for the cost, let's see, it was 4. I'm gonna spend 2 threat. And as you're looking around and you're asking people questions and you are trying to get an idea of what's going on, you hear some whispers and rumors in the background of people questioning why they get inside here. Who are they? Are they really here to help us?
Okay, just because I'm paranoid. This is like normal whispering and not some sign of a disease, right?
Yeah, this is just normal scuttlebutt you're hearing in the background.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
It's like when you play a doctor, succeeding at cost often leads to you get the terrible disease. Rosie's like, okay.
And
This
spending
could be
2
bad.
threat. And spending 2 threat for other reasons.
This is going to be bad.
What are these reasons?
Don't worry about it.
But you know when he says that, we're going to suffer terribly.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
It's fun.
But yeah,
I
so
already-
you're gonna be, so you are gonna be focusing on working on a cure, or for this weird disease. Meanwhile,
If possible.
Commander Sorrel.
Yes, voice in the sky.
There's a couple interesting things you could be doing to help out here. Which would you like to do? Would you like to focus on getting that infrastructure up and helping make Wi-Fi hotspots, or do you want to dive a little more into the culture and history?
I think that, well, what's my assessment of, so I kind of laid out the plan, presumably, to the engineering crews. What's my assessment of their ability to implement those plans without close supervision?
They can implement the plans. Basically, they'll just get 1 hit a day if a player character oversees them, and they can swift task and possibly get another action or generate momentum off it. Otherwise, just NPCs in the background, they're gonna be able to get 3 towers up.
Well, as a Vulcan, I will, of course, expect them all to do their jobs as efficiently and logically as possible, and entrust them with that responsibility. And so I am going to explore the culture and history a little bit more, hoping to delve into the whys as opposed to the whats.
All right, so what question are you asking? Now frame in this role.
So, if you could give me... all right, so I know they're dealing with the disease. I know they're dealing with infrastructure problems. I know they're the Jhatee, which is a race in the Shackleton. And apparently they have had, at least potentially at some point in time, an ancient contact with the 2-meter tall creatures. So I would be trying to hunt down and identify, if possible, that that contact in their histories, and then trying to assess the cultural impact that contact had.
So the history of seeing if they have a history of ancient aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Task roll. Yeah, we'll make that reason. Science. And the difficulty at least. Phase 3. Do I have any reason? Boost that up. You are diving in the deep pass. Yeah, so. Oh, to 4. And complication standard. However, Shackleton and suggests that should you be open into it, she would like to psionically link with you and share the expression that way. That will lower the difficulty but increase the complication of this roll. Should you accept her help in that manner?
I will accept her offer.
This is unusual for us, but apparently our psionic abilities move beyond our own species, but only with the law. The rest of the Jhatee have not bridged this gap. And this is a way that we teach and learn each other. So it'll be diff 3, comp 2.
And we're using, is this a mind meld, or is she initiating the?
This would be a this would be a voluntary mind meld.
Okay. Okay. Div 3, comp 2. I will. I have a focus in this, don't I? Would you accept composure as a focus?
Given the mind meld, yes.
Okay. I will give you 3 threat for 4. And here we go. Oh boy. Gonna have to reroll one of those zeros.
Why is it science 1? Was it reason science 1?
No, what? Why do I have
What?
ops manager up? What the heck happened here? All right. Oh wait, there's commanders for. I have no idea how ops manager, whatever. Must have clicked on something wrong. Anyway,
Oops.
so let's try.
It popped up on my screen too, so I think
Okay.
the roll
I pushed it. Yeah, I pushed it to everyone. So-
Okay. Well, it popped up like right where I had Sorrel, like right on top of it. So I didn't even notice. I was like,
all right, go ahead and
on?
reroll with your,
All right.
your actual stats.
Okay.
Start over.
All right, and I'm gonna re-roll the.
Lost.
There we go. That's more like Sorrel science.
Lovely.
All right. That is 5 on div 3, so 2 momentum. Luckily, you do not complicate. Oh, I was pushing the wrong button. 14. 14 threat. 4 momentum. Because I have to update it on stream. Alright. You do find out that indeed they have it's not a major religious belief, but there's at least 30% of the population that believes in lore givers that came to the world hundreds of thousands of years ago, before they could see. And see is with a special connotation of like seeing through other people's eyes. And they said that these great beings came from the sky and taught them how to see through others' eyes.
So gave them their psionic abilities? Is that how I'm interpreting that?
That would be a fair interpretation.
All right.
You do have some momentum if you want to ask some other questions of this vision quest, mind meld.
Do they have any notion on why they gave them these psionic powers?
I'll take that for a momentum. There's several different in theories, but it seems there was some sort of enlightenment or a helpful hand from the gods to make them able to see each other better and coordinate. Because in their proto history, they used their air psionics as a means of coordinating hunting packs. They would spread out over the forest, and they can like psionically check in and see what other people are seeing, and they can triangulate an animal and ambush it from different sides.
Ah.
And that gave them the evolutionary advantage that allowed them to become a sapient species.
Not a question, right? The psionic ability. Now, at the asteroid, we found a research lab, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it was a straight up
experiment.
Yeah, it was a straight up research lab for protomatter and how it forms arms in the conditions of the early universe.
Would it be an unreasonable supposition or speculation to form a hypothesis that they may have been experimenting with the Jhatee, looking to see or perhaps investigating what evolutionary impact giving them the psionic powers would have?
That would be a different role.
So obviously, in their cultural history, it was a gift from the gods, right?
Yeah.
But given the context that I have with regards to their activities, I know my instinct is that, or my inference would be that is the more likely motivation they had. I would like to, after we resolve these questions, I am going to have some interest in perhaps doing some scans to see if we can locate an ancient laboratory. But anyway, further questions in the in this psionic link. I guess, of course, in the psionic link, I should have a good insight as to whether or not I'm being given the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Do I sense that?
For momentum, I can answer.
I will spend.
According to Chantanel, this is as truthful as she believes it to be. She has no ill intentions of deceit.
All right. Does that? How many more momentum do I have to spend on questions?
2 more.
2 more.
And thanks for the bits, chat.
I would. So, is there any possibility? Or I want to raise the possibility that this this disease that the Jhatee is confronting, could it be related to the gift that they were given?
I could answer that for a momentum.
Sure.
Chantanel herself, Elf, does not believe that, but she is aware of the view of the other Jhatee on the planet, and at that, the Lal are getting this disease as punishment and retribution for them trying to be greedy with the psionic gift and use it for more than in what was intended.
I had guessed that might be the answer, but it is nice to have it confirmed.
Yeah.
I think that completes my questions.
All right. Lieutenant Fox, nice to join us. And we have a new player, so I gained 2 threat.
Everything is fine.
We're not dead yet.
That makes me assume that you broke something, Lucy.
No.
All right, so we're still in the first day on the planet, and we found out that there is a psionic disease that's going through the law synthesis. The law are being prejudiced against, and they've been pushed into a ghetto. And Sorel has found some links that the Jhatee might have had contact with the ancient alien race that you found on the asteroid base a few weeks ago.
Oh, goody.
Meanwhile, somewhere Lucy's dumbass patient senses are tingling because someone decided he's going to do a mind meld where there's a psionic plague going on.
And Admiral Haggard and your friend Ambassador or Malcolm are down on the planet, and shaking hands, getting to know people, and trying to negotiate a longer term health situation. So, Fox, what would you be up to?
I don't think he'd be going straight to aiding the synthesis after the last time. Their representative kinda drove him mad.
Uh-huh.
I think he would have actually been working with Malcolm.
To what end? Just getting to know people?
Getting to know people, using his connections with at least one of the other factions representatives.
Okay. There's two factions. Over here, the president of the Confederacy is President Unzi. And then we have Senator Granil and Senator Therum. Senator Granil is from the Husent Republic, the militaristic faction, and Therum is from the Soci Republic. No, Soci Union. And they are the more pacifist and passive aggressive faction.
Yeah. He has some rapport with the ambassador for the Sosei Union, but he probably worked with the Husent more because they are the ones that their representative at least had more of an issue with us. We get them on our side a bit more.
Okay. Are you gonna meet them on their turf, or do you want to beam up to the ship?
Side of Goodwill, meet them on theirs.
All right. You make your way downtown, walking fast. Faces flash.
Yep.
You were given coordinates as to beam down. It appears that this. Okay, give me my ruler. This section is a very old stone and brick building area, and there is the remnants of a guard wall all around it. And outside is more modern buildings. The Scholar District is an extension of the university here, and behind them are modern high-rises and skyscrapers. But it seems that inside the wall, inside Hightown, has been preserved in that quaint, antiquated manner.
Sign of Goodwill, the only equipment he has on him are his pad, tricorder, and then his 2 nanotech devices. No weapons.
No weapons, aye. No, come on. Give me... There we go. So, you must be the representative of the alien faction, and I was told to meet with.
I am Lieutenant Fox of Starfleet, yes.
And besides, it's helping those degenerates. What is your purpose here?
To broker a more easy peace between the Federation as well as the Confederacy as a whole.
Well, I am merely one part of the Confederacy, so why me in particular?
The last time we spoke to representatives of the Confederacy, the representative for the Husent Union, for the Husents.
Yeah, Husent works. It is a republic.
The Republic did not exactly take to us as well as we would have hoped.
Well, you are a strange and unknown people, and you seem to have advanced ships and technology, and we obviously have the right to secure our borders and our people against threats.
That is perfectly reasonable. Starfleet, as a general mission, is exploration and scientific research first. we do have advanced weaponry, but it is used more to defend ourselves and our allies.
Allies are
It's always a
often
last recourse for us.
euphemisms for subjects.
For us, it is not a euphemism. Our allies are free to govern themselves, or they may join the Federation after they feel comfortable doing so. And with your unique circumstances on the planet, 3 different factions forming a more unified whole, we would like that all 3 factions were unanimous on their decision to join us.
Do you know why there are only 3 factions on this planet?
We are still learning of your people, so I am personally unaware.
Conquest. Over the centuries, we've consolidated in power slowly across the surface of our planet until we met those who were fundamentally disagreed with us.
In that respect, the planet of my species' origin, Earth, is not too dissimilar. Until we properly discovered warp travel and were met by the Vulcans, our people were scattered. We had just suffered one of the worst of our wars, where many smaller factions were led by leaders who only sought conquest, but through cooperation and plenty of concessions on every side, we became a more unified faction. Now we are one of many who work together in mutual cooperation. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy road forward, but it is one we will walk with you if you will let us.
I'm not gonna say it.
How long is this road going to be?
You had to go there.
You're
there's
gonna
only one way
say
to
it
get there from
eventually.
here.
Eventually, author. You might as well just let it out.
Fine. $1 in the jar. And also Presence Command difficulty 4 or Complication 2. You do have an ambassador that can help.
Yes, that would be beneficial.
Da-da-da.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I do not actually count this as a down on the job moment.
Right.
Donate $1. Let me in.
The reason I'm thinking of that song is because it turns out that the Vulcans were our brothers.
Well, I mean, cousins, at least.
Well,
All right,
it's a
Fox,
nice
how would you like
way
to
of,
do this?
Okay. So I have the ambassador for aid.
Yeah, and he counts as a asset, trait.
That's an advantage.
Advantage. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay, so yeah, knock the comp down.
All right. I'm gonna spend 2 to keep it back up.
God damn it. don't think any of my traits help with this. Field agent would be a stretch.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Haggard is willing to assist if he can.
Yes, you can and assist if Fox will accept it.
Yeah.
And since I have advisor beyond my assistance roll, you also get to reroll 1d20 for free.
Okay. Just debating on whether or not to use my individual power yet. Where are you? No, save it for something a bit greater. Go ahead, take the full boat.
All right.
Onwards and downwards. Well,
That went well.
yeah, I'm being assisted by another.
So, yeah, you've got one free reroll from me plus this.
There we go.
That is one short. Oh, wait, never mind. Nope, that's hit.
four.
That hits it. It seems that your intention. It seems that our intentions are sincere. And coming to us as directly instead of going through the Confederacy, shows that you're willing to approach us as at our level and not at the multinational level. And spending 4 threat. 3 and 4. Roll 20. You should not be lagging. As Gabnell. Yeah, as Gabnell says, you are working with us, but so are our other people. But we hope that your offer is better than what they are offering.
Dun dun dun.
If you don't mind me asking, who else is, for lack of better wording, courting you and offering you potentially something equal or greater than what we can?
I'm not unfamiliar with everything. We've only met them outside of our space. Haven't been to our homeworld yet, but Orion?
The Orions. The Orions will... The most Orion factions will tell you what you want to hear and offer you much, but the price you will pay for it will be great.
For... You do not have 2 momentum.
I don't.
I say if you have means of creating an advantage, is you can convince them of the duplicity of the Orions. But that will have to be saved for another day. All right. Peter Quinn. You are going to be organizing the shuttle show as you are moving a lot of material up and down the planetary well.
And I'm still looking for that runabout.
Yep. So, control con difficulty E3, as you are just maintaining, in the show and making sure that everything's is going correctly, making sure that everyone's on schedule. Oh, people are getting their union mandated breaks in, all that stuff.
I would need a new character sheet. I had to refresh because of that pop-up.
The ops manager character sheet still valid. If you scroll down.
Where? I've scrolled down.
Scroll down in the characters folder.
Transfer my character. Where?
I can't transfer a character because I don't share any games with you. So you're gonna have to do it by hand.
I've looked into it, and there's no real easy. Where, Fraser? No, that's not out. Where?
If you have a PDF of your character just on your computer, we can work from there and just manual overall. As long as you have the character, as long as you have the numbers in front of you, we can work from there.
Yeah.
Okay, numbers and talents are in front of you. Awesome. We'll just manual roll then.
All
right.
So what will manual roll?
Yeah, just R roll XD20.
All right.
Yeah.
I would have to let's see. Yeah, I know how to use the chat, but /roll.
All right, so it's control con.
The menu.
There's a dice menu on the upper left-hand side.
Yeah. Roll D20.
So it'll be 2d20 starting out. This is difficulty 3. Would you like to purchase additional dice?
No. Roll D20. And we'll just roll.
If you're typing in, it's just r/2d20. r/space and then number of dice, D, and the number of face of dice.
Yeah. D. We'll go. I think that's it.
That's one dice. We need another one.
One die.
Yeah, it's 2d20, all one word. r/space 2d20.
Oh, cool.
All right, and what is the target number? Your control and con added together.
10 and 10. 10 and 4.
All right, so 14. That got 2 success.
I keep saying 10 on disciplines.
That is 2 successes. And so again, you're not able to catch up on the on getting that extra runabout out down. You are tied up trying to get the resources for our 3 whole towers down. 3 whole communication towers, so you are just caught up in everything. And
Would team dynamic work for a discipline on this?
it would, but it'd have to call focuses before you roll dice.
And you rolled a 14 and a 12, so you wouldn't
A focus.
have high enough.
Should have,
Yeah.
Yep. And I am going to spend 2 threat.
gotten it up.
Yeah.
I remember my attributes and disciplines.
Oh, come on. 1 more threat.
The ones I most normally use anyway.
All right. That is 6 on the thing.
Team dynamic and negotiation, because I'll be negotiating with.
Yes, you have foci, but you rolled a 14 and a 12. You wouldn't hit.
The foci will only hit if you roll all under your discipline in score, and normally that has to be called all before the dice hit the table. You would just have to do math. Yeah, you would just have to do math, like you would rolling physical dice at the table. All right, so
You would have to roll, since your discipline was a 4, you would have to roll a 4 or lower for your foci to hit that crit.
I think I've got that.
All right. As things are developing in the background, and Haggard and Fox, you are hearing. Haggard and Fox, you are hearing things in the background of people actively questioning if Starfleet should be here.
Who are these people?
Just general public.
Just like word in the street kind of thing?
Word in the street kind of thing.
Okay, what seems to be their main objection to our presence?
You can look into...
Yeah.
Yeah, you can look into that.
I think I should be given a little bit of leeway. I was doing this, I had not even 5 minutes. The game had already started. Technically, everybody was already in by the time I joined. I didn't have any time to set up. I didn't even have the correct game up on roll 20. So,
Not the time to be discussing that. At least not in voice.
Haggard, you can give me a Insight Command difficulty E4 as you are trying to figure out what the word is on the street. Especially since you're an alien, these guys aren't used to aliens.
That's fair enough. Let's see. Where I go that way. Okay.
Could I assist with Insight Security since I've seen the way that they get when they're more agitated with us?
I will allow that assist.
All right.
Okay, so let me give you 1 threat for bold, and I'll take the 2 momentum for the 4th die. Maybe between us we can generate some for the party. So I'm assuming that I'm more having to kind of like eavesdrop rather than like questioning, or am I kind of persuading people to tell me what's wrong, or
This would be more or eavesdropping. If you are directly asking, that will increase the complication by 1.
okay, so then I'll pitch deception because I'm trying to listen and understand without being really observed to be paying too much attention.
Good focus. I'll take it.
Okay.
Oh well. And yeah, I didn't help the nerd.
So looks like 1 momentum gain. Great.
One more momentum than we had 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
Always hope for big money.
And I am not seeing a momentum. I rolled 20 for some reason.
Big money and no whammies. If we get whammies, we hope that it only hurts us.
Yep. Big money, whammies. They are again unsure of your motivation. They think that this might be the precursor of an imperial colonization of like, oh yes, we're here to help you out. We're going to help you out, and now you're dependent on us. And yeah, they kind of feel like that this is the precursor of a soft invasion because that's what they would do in their history. So, and mostly,
sorry, I was muted.
Yeah,
People
mostly.
we have to convince. Oh, sorry.
You go ahead.
So the people we have to convince to allow us to stay longer, because I'm assuming that having seen the site, 3 days is really not enough to do everything that needs to be done to help these people. Is that the Confederacy government or the Lael Synthesis government? Who do we have to convince to allow longer stay and longer relations?
That would be the Confederacy government.
The Confederacy as a whole, but the Who Sent are the ones that are a bit more against us being here.
The Who Sent are a faction on the planet that are very militaristic and against Federation intervention. The Confederacy is the planet as a whole, but they have a very loose grip on everything. But interplanetary negotiations is going through the Confederacy, but the independent states can weasel and do deals on their own under Confederate law.
And what's your experience with the Soshi?
They
Are you? No, who are you playing? Sorry,
I'm playing Fox.
Fox. Okay.
I brought the one that has the rapport with the Sosa.
Okay.
More so than the other two.
So they're kind of on side.
They are more agreeable with us. Yes.
Okay. So and I'm assuming that Karokalan Shatalan, sorry I'm mangling your title, is kind of on side since it's her people that we're really here helping directly.
Yes. Yes, she's on your side, and she is a Law Synthesis member.
Okay. So meeting with the president of the Confederacy is not really going to be the big push. We've really got to get the Who Sent on side, which Fox has done probably as much as it's going to happen. It sounds like. But okay, we're here talking to this guy. This is, I can't read my handwriting. Gravel.
Senator Grinnell.
Senator's name.
Yeah.
Grinnell. Okay. Senator Grinnell, having been on the ground, we can see that 3 days is wholly an inadequate amount of time to provide the kind of assistance that is needed, even just for basic services, power and sanitation, not to mention medical services. Surely there's some way we can extend our mission here.
You could extend your mission in here, but that could be seen as extending your occupation here. Are we really willing to make such aggressive actions?
Aggressive? We've done nothing aggressive. We're providing medical supplies and maintaining basic city systems. If you have suggestions on how we might be able to assuage your populace's concerns about the Federation present, I would be more than happy to listen to them. The Federation and Starfleet has no designs whatsoever on your sovereignty. In fact, we look towards forwards towards hopefully a partnership with the Confederacy and the Husent going forward. You, like us, are explorers. Among my people, I am considered relatively ancient. Been in Starfleet and in the service of the Federation for over 100 years. And I can tell you that in that time, while we have faced our shares of troubles, both internal and external, the Federation has never wavered from our prime directive, which is one of non-interference and cooperation.
Go ahead and give me Presence Command difficulty E4, Complication 2.
Okay, what are our resources? 2 and 16.
Now that I can actually see my resources, it wasn't there for a little bit.
I think I'm actually going to go ahead and spend determination on a value right now. The value, we make the future ourselves every day, because I am trying to build this kind of basis for an ongoing relationship in a peaceful, cooperative future.
Yeah, absolutely. That would fire. So that is 1 dice. That's automatically rolled a 1.
Yep. And I'm going to roll 1 challenge die for veteran. Oh well. Then I will give you, let's see, 1 threat and 1 momentum for the 3rd die.
Okay.
Negotiation or persuasion or politics for a focus?
Politics.
Okay. So that's 5. And I
5
can
out of 4.
re-roll the 0 just to see if I can't get a complication.
Or you could crit. That's 3 momentum generated.
Yep.
Your command is 5. Go ahead and roll me 7 challenge dice for this work track.
Oh, it's a work track thing. I haven't done one of these in a while. Cool. Ugh.
Yep.
Can I spend a momentum to reroll the whiffs?
Yep.
It's 3. There we go.
All right. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Resistance 3 because we are very proud people, but that gets 6 through.
What am I looking at for the? Can you tell me the total extended task numbers?
Yes, it is 6 out of 15 on the work track, and you have 4 wedges to get through. You just completed
Okay,
one.
in that case, let me go ahead and spend another momentum on piercing to bump it up to 8.
All right. Get to the Bon Jovi point.
Okay. I'm not sure I understand that reference, but
You're halfway there.
Well, you know me, man, living on a prayer.
All right. So you got most of the work done, and you managed to get a breakthrough, which does what?
Lowers the magnitude or then my difficulty
Yeah.
on the next roll.
Yeah, lowers the magnet. Those are the diff for the next roll, and you managed to establish a common ground that you do defend yourselves, but you also have good intentions. So through these talks, you managed to get that done. Would you like to spend 2 to swift task and try to get another whack at this before the day's up?
Sure.
All right. Presence and command to 4. It's brought down to 3, and then swift task will be another one. As you are burning the midnight oil, trying to do these talks. So that was another
3. Sorry, that I was muted. I apologize. So yeah, that was 3 threat for 4 dice, and then I rolled it,
and then all the momentum back. So
and I'd use cold. I have cold reading, which generates a bonus momentum during a social conflict that can only go to information spin to learn more about the individual on the other side. Can I fire that with this?
Yes. What would you like to know?
Does Granel seem to have an ulterior motive in resisting our continued cooperation or building a relationship with the Federation? Is he trying to get something or looking to get something out of it? Is he Tucker Carlsoning a base or something?
I'll take that ad spend. And for cold reading, he is not concerned. He's not concerned about the base. He's more concerned about his people's sovereignty and also about the cultural implications of helping the law. These are dirty people who mangle themselves with technology and yada yada. They're gross and icky, and why are you dealing with the gross icky people?
Okay, so kind of creepy concerns, but legitimate ones. Okay, so
Yeah.
Here's a challenge dice roll. Spend 1 to reroll the 2 whiffs.
All right.
Go. And I'll go ahead and put 1 into piercing.
All right. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. -1. That is +8. So that breaks the track. So that is 2 breakthroughs made, as you got 5 more, and the breakthrough. Clicky clicky. So in these talks, you've managed to establish the responsibilities of each party. Here's what Starfleet's gonna do. Here's what you're gonna do in these continued relations, and how we talk to each other. You also establish protocols for conflict resolution. If we disagree with each other, how are we going to handle that?
Right.
At third-party arbitration, that fun line. Boring technical, boring political stuff, but you're slowly chewing through it.
Cool. We'll have the Klingons be our third-party arbitrators.
Yes. Oh God, have Oda show up.
This facility is spooked by combat.
I don't think we want that. The nearest Klingons are currently going through it.
Dr. Lucy.
Yes.
We're now on the second day, and you are looking into medical stuff.
Can do. What's that?
Yep. You found out that their air treatments aren't that effective, and you are now going through trying to isolate the virus.
Okay.
Is that correct? Does that sound good?
Yes. I mean, I think that's what I'm doing. I mean, I don't know what they actually do in curing the virus.
I mean, you're the doctor. I'm just the voice in the sky. All right.
But you're the voice in the sky that knows all. But you won't tell us. Obvious. I'm going to shut up now.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's reason medicine, and it's difficulty 4, complication 3, because of various things in the background.
Question: when you say various things, do you mean the medical stuff, or do you mean the people protesting the ugly pink skins outside?
Both.
Okay, so I had to ask. Hope I wasn't metagaming.
No, you're well aware of the protest outside.
Would xenobiology be useful in this?
Absolutely.
And can I buy 2 extra die so I have 4 die with threats?
All right, so 3 threat.
Everyone's okay with that? I'll take the overwhelming silence as a yes.
Yep. Again, we don't have to worry till we get to 50 threat.
Those are rookie numbers. Oh no, bad. We re-roll with Daring. Oh good.
All right. You generate one momentum. You go through blood panels of the Jhatee, and you do not find a biological virus. However,
This is like
spending that 4 threat, your cybernetic eye starts to glitch out.
he's like, not again. I already had to give the last one to a chat trying to pull off a Klingon's face.
That was a story.
Who's getting infected
You
now?
did what now?
Wait, which part are we talking about, Fox?
You gave your eye to a chat.
Yeah, he was pulling off a Klingon's face, but the eye was new and shiny, and the face was old and bloody.
What horizontal
Why
route in
we
the
stunned them?
universe?
Because listen, they had given him enough sedatives to like kill an elephant, and it was just going. Those things are evil, man.
No! I punched one and they gassed me.
Yeah, it's like so at that point we realized sedatives were useless, so I just traded him my eye.
And we're going off to a tangent.
I know, I'm sorry, I'll stop.
I blame Arthur.
Yep. Doctor,
Save.
your eye short circuits, it's in your skull, and you take 6 stress. As our cybernetics are really malfunctioning. That is an injury. Would you like to avoid?
Yes, please.
2 threat or 2 momentum to avoid?
1 second, let me see how much threat.
Yeah, 14 in threat.
Did I use threat to avoid? I don't know why I have this compulsive urge to give you threats.
Alright, 2 threat and 2 avoid. You still take the stress. So mark that on your sheet. Ow, 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 that hurts. But ow, 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 I'm awake. I'm not sure if I like it. And unfortunately,
Ouchie, I wish I'd passed out.
But unfortunately, until you can get that fixed, your cybernetic eye is inoperable. You have monovision.
Rosie's like, no, now I have no depth perception. Now I'm going to walk into walls again.
Yep, so any task asked that and involves depth perception is going to be increased comp 2.
Rosie's like, I should have never given that eye to that damn school.
But, alright, so that's your second day's work. Anything else you want to do? For 2 threat or 2 momentum, you can swift task and try something else for the rest of your day.
You're kind of cutting out.
Yeah, my internet is lagging for some reason. For 2 threat, 2 momentum, you can swift task and try to get something else done in the second day as well. But it would be a swift task will be increase each death by 1.
Okay, for a second I thought you said death, like death perception. I'm like, okay, that's just cool. But yes, I would like to give you 2 threat to swift task.
What would you like to swift task? You can repair your eye, or you can keep working on this, or anything else you have in mind.
Well, once again, because we only have 3 days, Lucy's kind of focused on the cure, so she's just going to ignore the eye and keep working on the cure.
Okie day.
Lucy's like, oh, come on, who needs depth perception?
A doctor who doesn't want to accidentally put the wrong piece in the wrong area.
It'll be fine.
You connected his heart to his liver.
It's fine.
Difficulty reason medicine diff 3 comp 3.
Listen, the wonderful thing about the internal organs, they shift back into place. May I buy an extra die with a threat?
Yep.
I don't think I have anything that applies.
Cybernetics, actually.
Oh, shoot, I should have done that before then.
We can manual it.
Thank you.
Please restore my tab.
And since I use sweat and have daring medicine, I'm going to be one of those bad zeros. 1 second, I might... Okay, I hope I didn't double roll it. I might have.
Yeah, roll 20's he's lagging. No!
You haven't been in on our stuff on my side for a while.
Yeah, and threat and momentum tokens on my end and keep disappearing. So I'm just tracking it on
What I
stream.
saw earlier, they doubled.
Yeah, because I kept trying to get them back. All right. With that at roll, Doctor, you are not dealing with a biological virus. This is a cybernetic virus, and that's why it infected you.
Rosie's like, not again.
And the symptoms you are receiving are your cybernetic eye is suddenly seeing things from other people's perspectives, and it is very disorientating.
Rosie's like, this is very trippy.
It
Also,
it is very trippy, but
awkwardly she taps a comm badge and contacts Admiral Haggold if possible.
you may. Admiral Haggard, after you got done with a grueling 16 hours talking with the senator, your comm badge beeps.
Haggard here.
So, this is incredibly awkward, but remember that virus they were talking about when we first landed on that planet yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, so, it's a virus, but it's not like, it's man-made, or Jhatee-made, or whatever alien it made.
Understood. Wait one, and I'll loop in Commander Sorrell on this. Commander Sorrell, this is Admiral Haggard.
Oh, that was the wrong one.
Sorrel here.
It's like, oh my god, are we suddenly experiencing... Do we need to fight now?
I believe between myself and Sorrel, we should be able to come up with a solution for that.
All right. Sorrel, you're probably coming in at the end of your day. Quickly, what would you be doing for the next 24 hours? Given in the information that these people had previous alien contact.
Yeah, Haggard was gonna loop Sorrel in to Pharaoh's problem and get Fox in on it as well, because computer virus, I think between the three of them, they can knock that out and figure out who's doing it to them. Okay.
I will accept the Admiral's direction and work on that.
Also, just because I'm a very paranoid person, am I seeing anything interesting via the eye?
You could certainly look into that.
Fine, interesting.
And
In
I'll
this case,
head over to meet up with Sorrel.
Yes, I am paranoid, and yes, I probably am breaking some sort of law/moral code by doing this.
Probably. I'll get back to you in a moment. Sorrel, before you got the call from Haggard, you had another shift to look into the Jhatee history.
Okay, yeah, then I will do so.
What are you looking for?
And well, well, specifically, I wanted to do some scans of the surface, looking for, given I've already encountered one of their ancient laboratories, looking for signs that laboratory is somewhere out there.
Okay. Reason science difficulty A3. This is accounting for the Falklands and its assistance. If Admiral Haggard will allow it, you can also use the Argo's sensor science to assist.
Sure. Okay.
Since the
Then
Argo actually has stats.
sensors as a focus, and I am going to give you a threat. 3.
Okay, so I'm reading
And here we go.
2 momentum and
I will
16 threat.
reroll that.
And Hager can get the Argo assist. There we go. Well, 1 momentum M generated. You scan the surface of the planet looking for our signs of a ancient site. However, going up to orbit, you are not detecting it on the 4th planet, but you do see signs of artificial base buried in the surface of the 3rd planet. This guy, the Class L.
It's in the Class L?
Mm-hmm. The 3rd planet.
Could you ping that again, author, please?
Yep. Trying it.
Okay, got it.
My interface is lagging. I wish it would stop.
There's the base of Venus. Oh no.
Class J. Where are you at, Class L? A lot of Class J's. A lot of Class J's. Oh, there we are. Class
Close to a star.
Okay, and... Alright, and so I am detecting one of the ancient laboratories on that planet.
Yes.
Okay. Does the, can I pinpoint in the historical information that the Jhatee have provided, at what point in their history they record the encounter with the Grey Beings?
For a momentum, I'll answer.
Yes.
You cross-reference it. They record our meeting in the Great Beings 300,000 years ago. So this was before even modern humans.
Okay, my scans of the laboratory, do I get back an approximate age for the laboratory?
For momentum?
Sure.
The age of the laboratory approximately correlates with that.
Okay. I'm going to report to the party, the rest of the group, Admiral, Captain, a lot of people who outrank me, that we've located an ancient laboratory that corresponds with the encounter the Jhatee had with the Grey Beings. I don't know if this information, but I do make sure that the doctor is aware of it. I don't know if that will help her in her research with regards to this psionic disease that Jhatee are plagued with.
So correct me if I misunderstood something, but it seems the disease is cybernetic in origin and is like a created cybernetic virus?
That is correct. What Sorrel is doing right now happens prior to Lucy.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was catching Ink Sorrel up, and now we have all this.
Sorry, I confused on timeline.
Yeah.
So now everyone can bring in all the information to the table. So we have signs that the disease is cybernetic in origin, most likely artificial, and then and Sorel is digging into the origin of the Jhatee psionics, which appears to be from this mysterious scientist race from 300,000 years ago. They appear to have intervened and uplifted in this race at that time, and they had a base on the third planet of the system.
Well, Sorel, do you want to go check out the system? You can take the Argo, and then Harrison Farrow can maybe work on the cybernetic disease.
Sure. Sounds reasonable.
Does that work for
Yes.
everybody?
That's fine. It's just me and you now, Lucy. No Sorel buffer. How does that make you feel?
I am spending six threat to create the complication. The Jhatee are not allowing you to excavate or do scans on the third planet of their system. You're gonna have to ask special permission for that shit.
Oh, we just
Alright.
default. Oh, sorry. I'm not locked here. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Okay. Haggard will start negotiating that then.
All right.
Who needs sleep? The Argo has my own blend of coffee. So
We have an ambassador parade with that. So
Yep.
Yeah.
So here's the situation. You have one reg as left. We're coming up at the end of the second day. Everyone's gonna have one roll left, unless you swift task. So you can finish getting long-term negotiations for long-term aid set up, or you can ask for permission to dig around on third planet. You might be able to do both, but you're going to have to swift task. Or someone else, such as Sorel, could ask permission on his own stead.
How much do I have left on the extended task for the extended relations?
You've already cracked the work track, so you just have to do one more roll, but that is just going to take time.
Yeah, I get that. So basically, I just need to succeed in the roll, and we're good.
Yeah, it's just succeed at the roll and roll challenge dice and get at least 2, and you'll crack it.
Okay, well, let's start with that because that's one of the directives for this operation, and we'll see if we can swift task. So I think it be down to 2 now.
Yes, it'll be down to presence command of 2.
Okay. So
And we have 1 momentum
one
and
threat
10 threat.
Okay. Take
One threat.
for the third die and bold, using politics as a focus again. Okay, and 7 challenge dice, which should do it.
Easily. So that is 1 momentum gained. So that takes care of that. You now have succeeded in fully negotiating extended stay. You can basically have an extended stay, a aid camp in the law synthesis ghetto.
Cool. Now let me see if I can't get us permission to examine these ancient relics. I will swift task with 2 momentum. What am I looking at?
You are looking at presence command difficulty 4, especially since you're are pushing into the evening to get these done.
Okay.
And complication 2.
Okie dokie. Love the task roll boxes, by the way. Those are really neat.
I really like it. It helps set up so much.
Okay. So do we still have 2 momentum, or did I spend that for the swift task?
You spent that for the swift
I'm
task, so
still
we have
seeing 2.
no.
Okay.
I can't adjust the momentum on the table, so I'm just manually holding
Cool.
it.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay, so I'll give you 3 threat then for 4 dice. And
Okay.
bold. Let's see. Negotiation or persuasion?
Either one.
Okay.
Negotiation, and you would have to offer to give something. Persuasion would just be straight up, hey, let us do the thing. It'll be helpful. So, however you want to do it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for let us do the thing. It will be helpful. Okay.
All right.
Let's see what we got on here. Oof, that's not good. I do have bold.
You have bold.
Let's do that. There we go.
2 momentum
gained, I think.
2 momentum gained, and how do you persuade them to allow you to check this ancient site?
Okay, let's use the bit of, for one thing, this is mentioned in their own history, and their scientists and historians would be, more than welcome to accompany the Argo and Commander Sorrel on this investigation. We'll put our full, all of our data that we collect, sensor scans and everything, we'll make freely available to them. And this may, if this is connected with the legends of their origin of their psionics, it may well provide them with valuable historical and medical information. And as I said, we'll be willing to put all of our research and scientific capability and our findings at their disposal, and we will take their teams from their universities with us to check it out.
Very, very well. With that, Sorrel, you now have permission to go out to this world. This is basically just going to be a preliminary setup scan, and if you want later on, you could spend to get an outpost on this site, or you could do a mission here during your regular game. But
All right, say that again for me.
Yeah,
I was getting disturbed by a phone call. What did you say?
This would be just for our preliminary scan, setting up what you're going to do, and at a later date, you can set up an outpost to do a further study, or you and the Gunyer Air can come check out in person.
Awesome, yeah, because I'm running out of time, so yeah, that'd be great.
Yep. So, reason science, we're looking at Div 3.
Div 3, alright, would testing a theory now apply?
Yes, it would.
Alright, then I'll spend 2 momentum to get 4. And is that a comp 2 you got there?
Yep, comp 2, just because of the social angst.
No, that makes sense. Let me, let's see here. Give me just half of a second here. I'm going to invoke my Starfleet Exploration Division decoration and reduce the science task difficulty by 1.
Div 2. Because I can math.
And we are at comp 2, so here we go. Alright.
All right. So 3 momentum generated. We're at 3 and 14. Yes, you managed to set up this site. It appears that there was a cave-in long ago. Oh, but before that there appears to be a extended shuttle dock that went in deep into the planet's core. So if you could excavate that, you could bring a runabout out down directly to their base.
Okay, excellent.
All right. Captain Quinn. Is Quinn here? All right, Dr. Farrow.
Yes.
You and Fox are working together, finding out about this virus, this cybernetic virus that's been spreading among the law synthesis.
No, he's just trying to behave.
So you have, you used to have 24 hours, but now you have a little bit more leeway, thanks to the diplomatic efforts of Haggard.
Yay.
What do you do next?
Okay, once again, I'm sorry. I just need to ask, do I see anything spy interesting in the eye?
You can certainly try.
I'm
Define.
sorry, I had to ask. I'm a paranoid.
Define interesting. What?
Spies, like I said, spy stuff, like someone plotting something evil using the medicine, or no, not the medicine, the virus.
She's
right.
going to look too deep, and then she's just going to see all the people that are hurting and in need.
I'm used to pain, Fox.
And sure, I'm spending some threat. Diff 5 Comp 4. You're going to be looking into the sensory information of hundreds of beings. Good luck. And they're alien beings, and you are not normally psionic.
You're attempting to do something that even a Beta Z would not do lightly.
Yeah, a Beta Z would have trouble with this.
I'm sorry for laughing hysterically, but...
Oh, Lucy's gonna be in the corner crying.
Fox, I'm always in the corner crying.
I'm gonna have to do all of it by myself.
You don't have to take the you don't have to take the task. I'm just presenting the difficulty. You can walk away.
The problem is there's literally a Brad just says do it.
Brad, on your own time.
No.
Tell me no.
Up to you, Doc.
I mean, Fox saying no is making me want to do it.
I
am waiting for you to just be sat in the corner for the rest of this while I do all the work.
Okay, would everyone hate me if I did it?
I wouldn't, but I'm the GM.
Okay, Arthur, would you judge me if I did it?
Huh? I'll just get some thread off this, so go for it.
But look at that small amount of thread he has. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
But what happened here?
I spent a lot of thread to kick this up. Rolling 5 dice. Do you have a focus in?
Let me see if there's.
Do you have a focus in psionics?
I would say, would cybernetics count?
Increase comp.
Oh, 5?
Why do I do this to myself? But yes.
I'm
Because
that
you're a rat,
determination
you like
spend.
torture?
How determined are you to do this?
Extremely.
Then use all the resources at your command. Determinations, rerolls, bolds, cautious, whatever you got.
I'm going to be honest. Lucy just wants to go back to the Avalon. Say, Tesla, I did spy stuff.
It only broke my brain a little bit.
All right, you have 5 dice. You may fire when ready.
And we're using the cybernetics focus with a complication range of 5.
Yep, and it's insight security.
Okay, just want to make sure we were on the same page. I'm a masochist.
You actually got really close. You could reroll if you're feeling lucky with a determination.
I think I actually do.
What value?
I've seen it all.
Literally.
Yep, I won't lie, that what meant that metaphorically when I made it.
You may reroll.
I forgot, how many die do I reroll when I do this?
As many as you
Any.
like. You can and keep the ones, you can reroll everything, or you can just reroll those a 0. As many d20s that are on the table.
0.
Yep.
Well,
Oh,
I
Oof.
tried.
oh.
I did, I'm sorry.
Nothing to be sorry about.
No.
That
All right.
comp range is incredibly high, and that was a 17 and an 18.
You got really lucky.
I'll be the first to admit, the dice gods were incredibly merciful for my hubris.
Author,
I
I don't think she increased the comp to 4 or 5.
Wait, let me check my character sheet. I thought it said 5.
That is a comp.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Shit, I misunderstood.
Sorry, gotta keep things
No.
fair and just.
Yeah, that's second.
And yet another violation of the player prime directive.
That is totally my fault. I'm sorry.
I will
Spending a
continue
threat to
break that.
reroll. Oh, come on.
I'm sorry. That was my fault. I'm sorry.
Okay, one more threat, because I this is happening. That is 5 damage, and it costs 3 E to stay up. Because that was intense. So you have 3 momentum,
Okay. I'm sorry.
and you have 5 damage coming to you. Your stress would have reset over the day.
So, does that mean I'm down to only 5 stress as opposed to 6 as I had yesterday?
Yeah. But you're also taking an injury unless you can spend 3 resources.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm very stupid. What's a resource again?
Threat
Momentum or threat. Yeah.
Yes, I'm shoveling the threat at you.
All right.
Unless you have a medal that might reduce the damage.
The only medal I got is the Starfleet Sergeant.
Yeah, not everybody is in high damage situations like we are. So
Yeah. we do tend to focus on those kind of resources.
No offense, in the Avalon, I use also has a damage sponge.
Yeah, I noticed.
I feel like you'd be doing the same with me.
Anyways,
No, it's-
so Doctor, you try to sort through the myriad of visual stimulation you're getting in your cybernetic eye, and you get a headache, and you're just seeing so many things. And it's not like you're seeing things in quick succession. You're seeing all the things at once. So it's just a bunch of light and shapes stacked on top of each other.
Owie,
And-
ow, owie, ow.
And you look into that, and your nose starts bleeding.
Doctor,
Everything is fine.
physician, heal thyself.
I'm not clawing my own eyes out. That's gotta be a good sign.
Why would you be clawing your eyes out?
I don't know. I assume that. I assume that's what people do in these kinds of situations.
What situation?
Oh, you didn't know?
What did you do, Doctor?
Nothing.
He looks at you, and you can tell that he is not exactly pleased that you're keeping things from him.
I kind of sort of used the fact that my eye has disease to see if there was any see if anything evil was going on.
Doctor, that is incredibly dangerous. You're lucky you didn't knock yourself unconscious with the stress of it. Even a beta Z wouldn't be foolish enough to open themselves to all of that information at once.
I mean, I'm fine-ish, she says, grabbing a tissue.
I suggest you sit down for now.
I'm fine.
He puts a firm hand on your shoulder and just pushes you into a chair.
Oh.
Doc, you can make a control medicine diff 1 check. And
Also, I'd like to apologize out of character about the forgetting the comp roll.
yeah, that's why we can manually check.
You're good.
I forget. Control med, right?
Mm-hmm. And gain a momentum. There's currently 4 momentum on the table. You can spend 1 momentum to heal 1 stress, or yeah, you automatically heal 1 stress, and then you can spend the rest, and you can just remove all the stress you spent. Or you can just keep limping on with how you are and hope you don't take another hit.
Can I 1 stress?
All right, 1 momentum for a total of 2 stress.
Thank you. Oh wait, I thought I had full stress.
You're healing too, I believe.
You're healing 2 right now.
So how much stress do I have?
3.
Okay, so I get confused, so it's like I had to ask.
Yeah, the math was a little funky there. So, that was an adventure.
I'm fine.
You managed to get the nosebleed to stop.
Open yourself again.
Fox and Pharaoh, you are looking into a computer virus.
Yeah, Fox is gathering all the information that we have on it, or have on what's the causes of it, and adding the fact that ocular implants can cause people to see everything at once.
She's like, it was like the worst drug trip ever.
You're
Well,
lucky
actually, no.
you didn't cause any irreparable damage to your brain with that.
I'm
Oh.
fine, she says, standing up when he isn't looking.
That's a good point. I'm spending 2 threat. Or
Yeah,
I just accidentally
that.
brain damage.
and I'm on another one.
I
Because
just that.
I've got at the end of the day, so all right, so
Oh, there's so many effects.
2 more.
That
Effects
does
don't
not
do
fill me
anything
with
yet.
A lot of confidence.
So it's 15. And that gets us to the next one. That gives me plus 2 threat, and then Oh no. So as you're doing this, I gain a +2 threat as the government and bureaucracy is just getting in the way of relief efforts. Now they're allowing you to stay, but now they're like, okay, now they're gonna be here a long time. We're gonna make sure you do this. Make sure your vaccines are up to date. Get all your paperwork. We're gonna do a background check on you. And then outside of the Capitol, full-on riots are starting as there's people all protesting and picketing in around the Capitol.
Okay, everybody, I've got to go. Good luck.
Good luck.
Perfect.
Don't worry, we'll send the doctor to go deal with the riots.
Right. Have fun. Bye, guys.
Yep.
He's like, I hang out with the chief of security on the Avalon all the time. Something bound to have rubbed off on me.
30 minutes later, Lucy's just tied to a pole.
But yeah, because
Upside down.
you snooping through everyone's and cybernetics, and just in the background, more bureaucracy has come up, and there are Jhatee picketing outside of the Capitol. Why are you letting the aliens stay here? This is an invasion!
It's an invasion where the invading force is outnumbered like 1,000 to 1.
Okay, so just to make sure, where are all me and Fox at the moment?
You're in the ghetto. The Capitol's up here, so where Haggard and the ambassador are.
Okay, so the reason I asked, it's like I'm very slow and I don't know and I am very spatially unaware.
We're on the peninsula. Nice.
Yeah, you're on the peninsula, away from the Capitol, but there's a good couple hundred people.
So all of these riots and new bureaucratic hoops we're having to jump through come from Pharaoh digging through people's minds, basically.
It comes from just the public awareness of the situation, and
Okay, well that's easier to handle.
Yeah, it's just public awareness. Yeah, it's just public awareness of the situation. Most of the fallback from Lucy stuff went into her own head, and there's a couple other people who are of law that are disorientated.
Sorry, I just missed something. I had cats. Just wanted to make sure I was on the plot.
It's fine as long as Lucy doesn't try to do it more than once.
Yeah, the riots aren't a direct relationship. It's a threat relationship. She spent threat. I spent threat back.
I mean, I'm willing to acknowledge that if Lucy try that shit again, she's going to understand me on the event horizon.
I don't have my hammer. Stop it.
Okay, so Fox and Lucy.
Yes.
You have virus things.
Yeah, I want to look into the computer virus and see if there's countermeasures that we already have that can be used with this.
Say that's reason and security. And this was initially diff 3. Diff 3 comp 2. Dr. Farrow, you can help with reason medicine.
I'm going to use my intelligence pad to help me with this.
Diff for comp?
Wait.
Comp.
Alright.
And for Lucy, it looks like a standard pad, but there are ports on the side of it that shouldn't be there.
Lucy's like, I like to state I have not done anything complete. I like to state I have not run. No, oh, I'm sorry about the failed
sure.
task.
You're fine.
Intelligence research as a focus.
What was that, Fox?
Intelligence research has a focus.
Yes.
Okay, and you can have a threat.
Just one?
Just one.
Okay.
Onwards and downwards. No, you don't get that.
But, aw.
You already got to hurt Lucy.
I mean,
Alright. One momentum.
Me.
Alright, so one momentum gained. You don't have like a direct patch for the antivirus, but you look into the code. It is fairly standard, so just like any Federation antivirus program would have caught it.
Okay.
So whoever did this didn't have like advanced or Federation equivalent in computer skills.
Probably homegrown.
Mm-hmm. Well, good news. We have the ability to counteract this virus. Basic Federation Starfleet antiviruses work on it. It's not sophisticated at all. The main problem is that it connects people to the rest of it, regardless of what their technology is originating from. And he points at her eye.
Awkward doctor noises.
And he is going to contact Haggard before he implements any of this.
Haggard! There's angry people. There's angry people outside the Capitol.
Not the first time. So what did I get? Fox's report.
Yes, you do get Fox's report as you're looking outside, and they're not violent.
And what's your proposal to fix it, Fox?
We already have the means to fix it. We can just implement a standard antivirus. This code for the virus is well under what even an academy student would be able to do.
Sounds good. Also, speak with Quillen Stalin and see if the law might be interested in the equivalent of an antivirus and protective prophylaxis for their implants. Any chance you can track down who is responsible for this?
Potentially, I'd have to find I'd have to learn how it was originally transmitted to their cybernetics, but from there I should be able to track it back to its source.
Well, cure the people first, and then if you manage to get a chance to investigate and find out where it came from, do so. Although, fair warning, we may have to pack up and leave in a hurry if the crowds get much more agitated.
Very well, I'll leave the hearts and minds to you, Admiral.
Thanks. Haggard out.
And he's going to get in contact with... I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but the law representative.
The law representative, yeah.
Yeah. No. Bad doctor.
Yes. Yes, as I heard that you've had some sort of breakthrough?
Yes, the virus that is affecting your people is computer infection, which is easier to remedy than we initially believed. It's well under what we would have any trouble with preventing, we can give you the software to do so. Like to implement it for your people yourselves.
Someone infiltrated our cybernetics?
That is correct. It would have to be someone of comparable technology to yourselves.
Well, that would have to be either the Who Sent or the Sorcy.
I'm not going to point fingers at anyone at this time. We are already in a fragile diplomatic position as it is. But if I were to gain knowledge on how it was transmitted in the first place, I believe I can track it back to its source.
Presence command, difficulty 2, complication 3.
Oh, 3, okay. I don't have anything, and I don't really have anything to aid with that.
Doctor, you might be able to help.
Oh. Rosie's like, do you want some help? I promise I won't fire up the eye again.
Actually,
she just looks at you.
Actually, Doc, you
and
might
it's
be.
That look a parent gives a child that has already caused trouble once.
Actually, Doc, you could use doctor's orders, and you can do presence medicine.
Can I please?
Yep.
Would that be her replacing me as the primary role?
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean like that.
Yes,
like
but
that,
you can. But you can assist Fox.
Yeah, so let's go with that. It'd probably
Okay.
be better for her.
Okay, so just to make sure I understand this, because I am sort of stupid. Presence medicine.
It would be presence medicine for
Then-
you. It is difficulty 2. Complication 3 still stands.
Also, just to make sure I understand this, would daring medicine still work under doctor's orders?
Since you're
Yes, it
rolling
would.
medicine, yes.
You are rolling medicine.
Okay, I'm
Daring
sorry.
medicine would still fire.
I'm sorry, the rules suddenly just got complicated. And can I use a die for daring? I mean, buy an extra die for daring medicine.
Yep. And do you have any focuses for this?
Would cybernetics count? Or...
Yes, as you would be explaining how to treat cybernetic infections.
So I think I have a focus.
Yep, you do have a focus. And you have 3
I think I
dice.
have the complication range 3. I'm going to re-roll that bad.
Let's go
Yes!
with that if we can.
Yeah, you have.
Keep it!
No!
Yeah, you have 4 momentum. You can quash.
Gosh it. I'm okay keeping complications when my body is the only thing that is on the line. Not when it's social things.
Man, and I wanted to see how much I can get these riots going.
Mine's so
See?
fun!
No! You want Haggard to get attacked? Is that what you want?
Anyways, yes.
I've seen riots.
Yes, the law synthesis agrees to accept Federation firewall software. And for a no, it's going to be a separate roll. I'll to track down the source. Spending
Okay.
2 and 3 because they would obviously try to obfuscate this. Because I don't want you finding this. Because
You
that
don't
would
want
be
me finding anything.
well, yeah. Because you finding things ain't just bad for the bad guys.
I know, but I'm supposed to know everything. That's my job.
Lucy looks at him awkwardly. Do you want to follow my eye?
And two more
How would
threat.
I use it? Both of mine are still intact.
All right, spending 6 threat. It is diff 5 comp 4.
All right.
As you're going to be
Lucy,
digging
what's
into
that?
things, and you might piss people off.
First and foremost, intelligence pad.
Yep,
Knock down the
that's
comp.
one. Comp 3.
Okay.
Field agent.
Absolutely, that's another advantage.
Knock down the comp.
And I can't bring it back up because I'm out of threat. I have 1 threat left. 1 baby threat.
Okay. And let's see. Espionage or intelligence and research as a focus.
Espionage.
All right. Others talk. I do.
Yeah, you are absolutely just tracking this down. I'll
And
accept that.
Starcross.
You're throwing everything at this. Yes.
I am. My crit range is now 10. And just because I know you love it so much, go ahead and take. Let's take the rest. The threat I want 4.
Oh, so 4. So that'd be 2 threat. Since you spent a determination. Oh, or you could be rolling 5 dice or 4 dice total.
I'm gonna be rolling the four dice plus the value.
Okay, so I get 5.
Mm-hmm.
5 threat. Aye.
Onwards, downwards, whatever happens, I blame the doctor.
2.
And
3, 4.
Because I love doing it, I'm rerolling the
5,
zeros.
6.
So
7,
5, 16,
8, 9.
So, since you said whatever happens, you blame me, does that mean I'm responsible for your success?
No.
All right, you generate 4 momentum off that. Goodness gracious. Through a series of back channels and tracing down production lines and logistics and factories and all this stuff, you trace it all the way down to a Soci Union and factory that's sending out particular chips that manage to make their way into the law synthesis implants. And this factory has been pumping it out consistently for several months. This wasn't just like a one-time corruption. They've been pumping this out for a while.
Okay, he's going to inform the representative of what he has discovered, as well as Haggard.
Haggard, you're made aware of the situation.
Whose factory is this pouring this out?
So say.
The Sosei, a union, the other faction besides the Husan. The Sosei are the Karen faction. They think they're better than you.
Ah, okay.
And they also have a streak of purists and not relying too much on technology and doing things by your own hand. So, ew, technology icky. We're all organic over here. We have our organic soy milk. Yeah.
Yeah, but you like your warp engines and computer systems, though, don't you? Okay. So, yeah, send me all the hard evidence. And Haggard will make another appointment with Senator Granell from the Wusent.
Okay. You do have you currently have one advantage of of evidence. You have 6 momentum. You can spend it down 2 momentum to increase the quality of that evidence by 1.
Yeah, let's do that.
So just spend it all down.
Hmm.
All right, you have quality 4 evidence. You have some super hard evidence. You have video files. You have documentation, and you
Right.
also have the physical hard drive, or the physical chips with the company logo on it.
Okay. So, okay, this is my intent. I'm going to go meet with Senator Granell because I think.
And where's my headset?
Excuse me.
1 second.
Okay.
And test.
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay, now I can hear things. Yeah, my earbuds died
Okay.
quite suddenly on me. Thought we could make it.
Goodness. Yeah. So Haggard's going to go see Senator Granell.
All right.
Who's
Senator Granell of the Husant, and you have 4 advantages of evidence,
right?
and it's that the associate has been doing some sus stuff.
Right. I'm bringing this to you, Senator Granell. I don't think the Jhatee people would take things such as this coming too well from us. However, as the Soci represents probably the Husant's most significant competitor in your political system, I thought you might be able to make good use of this information. In exchange, I would like you to do your best to help counteract the anti-Federation propaganda that's being spread and that's whipping up your citizenry against us. This is every bit of documentation we have found on the Soci's actions to deliberately infect part of your population. I will note that our own doctors' experiences show that this virus is not limited to just the LOL, but can infect other systems, meaning that it theoretically, anyway, could have a devastating impact on your own security and cybernetic systems, everything from city grids to starship computers. Now, I'm sure they didn't intend this, but beyond presenting this information to a person of authority, and Haggard kind of gestures to him, the Federation has no interest in making any further use of this. But I believe that this should clearly show our desire to work cooperatively and to maintain good relations with the Confederacy and our intent not to influence your people or certainly not occupy them. I'm hoping that you, as a person of the world, will be able to see the value of this information and of further cooperation through the Confederacy with the United Federation of Planets.
Given that speech and the amount of evidence you have, difficulty 3, complication 2.
Okay. So this is basically a negotiation, so I'm going to pop that focus.
Yep.
Let's see. Difficulty 3, comp 2. Okay, I'll give you a threat for the third die.
All right. just for record keeping, I'm up to 7 threat, no momentum.
Okay, let me re-roll the whiff. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's see what I can. Aha. Be able to do that though. Okay. I can ignore that complication, but I can't get there from here. So I think I'm going to have to actually challenge a value here.
I might allow you to challenge the prime directive, because you are kind of interfering. You're in the offhand. I'm not interfering, but you are gathering evidence and giving it from one faction into another on a planet. So this could be challenging the prime directive, because you are influencing the politics of this world.
Oh yeah, I totally come from the original series, so yeah,
yeah,
all about that. So yeah, okay, sure. I'll challenge the prime directive for determination to reroll.
It's not the first time, nor would it be the last.
There we go. Finally, jeez.
Oof. All right, and if you can scroll down here, I had a hidden extended consequence. I was rolling and I was rolling this as you were getting complications dealing with people, and once per day. And you were super close. You were 2 wedges away from all-out riots. However, because of this, Haggard, go ahead and roll me, let's see, base 7 challenge dice, and you have 4, so 7, 13 challenge dice to counteract the work on that track.
Okay. Oh, that's a pretty good roll.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So minus 11. As you brought down, as with this, you managed to bring down the tensions on the world.
Nice.
I appreciate you coming to me with this, and I understand and your agreement into further our peaceful negotiations. And with this, we would be able to embark sanctions on the Sochi Union for their egregious act. And the fact that this is sabotage not only would have affected their primary target, but also could have spread to other systems.
Indeed. I felt sure when I met you that you were a person of great insight and far-reaching vision, Senator. I'm glad to see that I was correct.
Indeed. If you excuse me, I have a meeting on the Senate floor to get to.
Of course, of course.
And with that, we've managed to provide aid to the law synthesis. We found out about the origin of the mysterious virus on their planet, which appears to be a inside plot from one of their factions is on another. And Sorrel has also found the influence on this culture from the ancient scientist race that they've been discovering across the Shackleton. And you've also found out that an Orion faction has been making inroads in with the Jhatee Confederacy. But you were also very successful in making making extended aid camp to help the law synthesis deal with their living conditions, and you've given them the cure to their virus as well as stopping the source.
Hey, that's a pretty good 3 days work.
Pretty good 3 days work.
We did good.
At the end of 3 days, anyone have any last words? The Falkland, now that they have extended time here, is going to stay for at least a week to help set up a more permanent camp. But the Argo is under your command, Admiral.
Yes, I think the mission here is complete. I will thank Dr. Farrow and Lieutenant Fawkes or Lieutenant Commander Fawkes?
Lieutenant
Fawkes and Commander Sorrell. And definitely in my report to Starfleet Command, suggest that they all be given commendations for superb work in the field. And with the goodbyes said, Haggard and the Argo will warp out to the next crisis point.
We'll see past Falk's shoulder. We did good together.
Don't go looking into the eyes of everyone again. Next time I might just stun you in order to keep you from doing so.
Okay, first of all, if I do it again, there's no guarantee I'll be with you.
Right. You see, he's now typing on his pad.
Okay, I think I've just been upgraded to danger category.
No, he just sent a message off to the Avalon.
And with that, you three have runabouts to take back to your post.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that...
Fox is just going to spend a bit more time socializing with his old friend before heading back to the Gungnir.
You can have a day to talk with him.
Yeah. Catching up, seeing if there's anything that the embassy could require in the future that he could facilitate with.
Nothing in particular. Maybe some security if we're gonna be dealing with these warring factions.
I'll see what I can do.
Any help would be appreciated.
Of course. I'm sure you're glad to be out of the Vulcan heat.
Yeah, this world's a lot more manageable. And with that, the end credits will roll. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Kind of a long winding road, but there's definitely some progress as made on a couple fronts. And yeah.
Thanks so much for running. I really enjoyed playing.
Me too.
And it was fun to meet and play with you guys.
Yeah, it's been a while since we were in a game together.
Yeah, for sure. So,
almost
it was fun. I've been wanting to play in one of your games. I haven't had the opportunity before. I quite enjoyed it.
Thank you. I try my best.
It was a lot more peaceful and laid back than our usual sessions.
I mean, admittedly, it was strange giving you threat directly, knowing it would affect me, instead of just giving you threat via Twitch.
Yes.
You got to give it.
All right.
You got to give it more often and in larger quantities.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much. I think I'm going to sign off now, and I will see all of you around.
Yep. And
See ya.
and until next time,
Night.
go out and find our next adventure.
Good night.
Yeah. Night.